Hey, we're back with another one. We're going to continue the install of the rear sliders. It's a shitty overcast day. Supposed to rain tomorrow, so might not even get out and ride today. But hey, come on, let's get these things on here. All right, first thing we're gonna have to do, we're gonna have to get these old passenger pegs off. We're gonna take off these cover plates right here. Here's the second side too. Here's something you do gotta keep in mind. Indian just came out with the new bags, new saddle bags that go on here that come on the RT. If you guys wanna get those and you're gonna do rear sliders like this, make sure you talk to whoever you're buying them off of. See these two screw holes right here? There's an under bracket that goes underneath the bags, and it's the support, and it bolts into these two. So you got to make sure those bolts are going to be on your new rear sliders. You know, just a heads up. All right, so let's get these off. Grab some tools. All right, these screws are 5mm Allen heads. Mine's broke. Just gonna grab the Allen key and do it by hand. Sucks doing it like this, but pretty much you just take these 3 bolts off. There's little washers behind it. A little washer right on the end there, just don't lose that. Set this aside somewhere it won't get damaged. Last thing you want to do is scratch at it. I mentioned in the last video I use one of these little magnet trays. Keep all the screws in, that way you don't lose them. Anyways, this one we're going to have to get in a little bit more. We're going to have to take off this bracket right here, this plastic piece. I'm not sure what size that is. Let's see what we got going on there. 6mm. I throw it on an extension just because it's easy. This, set it aside with the one for that side, put the screws in there. All right, now we need to get down in here. There's 2 screws right there. We need to get into here and get those off. This is an 8. All right, so we need to get this off. To get this off, there's little rubber grommet right here that goes over these. Right here, so what I did, you just stick a screwdriver in there and kind of pry it over like that. Pop it off on both sides, one at a time, then do the bottom and you just gotta kind of wiggle it off. You can disconnect these if you want, but there's enough room to where you can just get them out of the way. Throw a little extension on there and you can get in there. This one's still a little tricky, but you got it. These did not come factory, so you might not even have to go to this step. So I'm just gonna set these aside and put the screws off to the side so I don't confuse them with anything. I'm gonna leave this just hanging here, just because I know we're gonna have to get back into these. This one's gonna be a little tricky too. So the frame needs to be held right here because this piece can separate, spring loaded. You gotta take this out to install the new one. So we're gonna be taking that bolt out, and we're gonna have to hold the frame here. So, all right, we're back over here on the right side. Again, we got to take these 3 bolts out. Be careful not to scratch this. It's a 5mm Allen head. Mine's just broken, so I got to do it like this, the old-fashioned way. Pop that off. Okay, don't scratch this. We'll put these screws with the other ones. And we're gonna have to get this off next. This one has a little clip connected to it. You can go ahead and just set it off to the side over here. Now we gotta get these 2 bolts off right here. Boom, boom. All right, set that stuff aside. Okay, we're gonna do this side first. This side seems a little easier. Just boom, 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 just like that. It does have a 3rd screw that's gonna go right in this hole right down here. So boom, boom, boom. grab your hardware. This is the right side. Okay. That thread locker. I always prep all the bolts that I do just to have it ready. Then just set them down on their head.
Boy, that's a pain in the ass.
It's not that it doesn't line up, it lines up perfect. It's just getting the hands in it. There we go. Again, I'd like for these bolts to be black, but it is what it is. Like I said in the last video, I can change that, no problem. Some people are going to want them to be this color. Some people like that. I want to try to get rid of all the black or all the silver on the bike, but probably never will. So screw, screw, screw. That's going to be nice. All right, we're going to get the torque wrench. We're going to torque these down 22 foot-pounds of torque. I just looked it up on the manual. I'm assuming that's what they're going to be. My torque wrench is this really cheap Harbor Freight $20 one is broken, so it's a pain in the ass right now. What I'm doing right now is just getting them most of the way in there. These are in a stupid spot. So I'm not gonna be able to get that torque wrench in there, I don't think. I have an inch-pound torque wrench that's smaller, but it doesn't go up high enough. 22 foot-pounds in inch-pounds is 264. Yeah, and this thing's being stupid. So we're just gonna get them. We're gonna get them pretty dang tight. Damn. All right, I can't get to this bolt, so I'm gonna have to get an open end wrench and get it that way. Can tighten it up for now with a adjustable wrench. I don't like using these adjustable wrenches, but it's got a little shitty one here I found on the ground at 7-Eleven. Brand new, still in the package. So I just swooped it up. When I'm done getting these on there, I'll run over to Home Depot or something and grab me an open end wrench. Make sure I get this on there nice and tight. These adjustable wrenches are nice, but you can't really crank on them. But man, I got that pretty tight. All right, let's go ahead and throw this guy back on. So just make sure all the wires are nice and tucked back there. This one does have a little bit of a wire loom on it. 6mm, remember they're the black screws. Okay, once you're done with that, now we're gonna get your cover plate and your 5mm, which remember I don't have, mine's broken. So I just put one in there, and I'll get the Allen wrench on it. Just to get this going. Get one in there at least, just so it doesn't fall. Check that out. Yeah, boy. Okay, for this side, we're gonna have to take this bolt out. And this is how I was told to do this, so hopefully nothing happens. This is two different pieces on the frame, so if you loosen this up, sometimes this thing wants to move a different way and it'll be really hard to line that up. So we got a 3/4 deep weld socket. We're just gonna stick it through the frame here. You can see it go through the frame if you look back here. Just to keep that in there. Hopefully that'll hold that in place
And then we're gonna take this bolt out, and then they got a spacer. I'm assuming the spacer goes inwards like that. We're gonna put the longer bolt in the kit.
All right, this one goes on there just like that. It's gonna line up right there, boom, 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 just like that. It also comes with 3 bolts, 2 short ones for the top, again 15 millimeters. I think these are by 20. And then we got a longer one. That one's gonna replace this bolt right here. So this one's gonna be 8 millimeter. As we get ready, just gonna prep everything. Let's get the thread locker. Make sure you get that on there. I'll just put on these other 2 too since you have it out. Oh man, that's a lot. Rub these together. Shed of love. Here goes nothing. This could be really bad, or it could be super simple. I'll try to bring the camera down here, see if we can see what's going on. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna keep a little pressure just like he did in a video he sent me. Get this guy out of here. Looks like it's staying pretty nice. We got a spacer. It's gonna go on like this. Yeah. Okay. Still holding pressure on that. We're gonna get that one kind of all the way in just so frame doesn't loosen. All right, that wasn't too bad. So I'm still keeping pressure on there as I tighten up these other 2 bolts. So what I want to do real quick, I want to get a little bit of torque on this bottom one so I can let go of this ratchet. So throw the 15 on here. I'm not gonna tighten it, I'm just gonna get it to where it holds there. And then yeah, that comes right out. Okay, that was not that bad at all. Okay. Again, if you're worried about doing this, take it to the dealership. I'm not a professional, I'm very new to motorcycles. I worked on cars when I grew up and stuff, grew up in Detroit, but motorcycle's a whole different thing than a car. Just, if you're afraid to do it, you don't want to mess anything up and void your warranty, especially if you got a new bike like this. I don't want to be responsible. You're doing this on your own. Also, Rebel Industries, same thing. They're not responsible. They're just making the parts. If you feel like you want to tackle this job, go ahead and try it. It's not that hard. This torque wrench is fucked up. 22 pounds is barely anything. Again, we're giving it all a little bit of the... This is a frame bolt, so I'm assuming this one's gonna be 44 pounds. This is a little bit more important than the ones up top. Whoop. I need to take this back to Harbor Freight. This thing is such a piece of shit. But for 20 bucks, it's $20 or $30 for this thing. 44. Can't really complain for a place like that. It is lifetime warranty too, so. Yeah. Now we got to get this guy back in there, so let's make sure these are connected. We're just going to slide these back on there. There's little lips. Get the camera in there so you can see it. All right, there's little lips right where my finger is. You see that on that side and on this side. Just gonna slide this little thing, and it goes all the way on and just clips back here. Same thing underneath. So there's just 2 of them. Putting this on is a lot easier than taking it off. So pretty much just got to put a little bit of pressure on it and make sure it's lined up. Make sure it's nice and sealed back there. See how it's back behind this? Same down here. Just make sure it's all the way in. Boom. Now we're gonna put on this plastic piece that goes around. Set that aside, so remember, grab that. 2 bolts on the bottom, 1 on the top. Again, same thing. You can move these things around to line them up. There's a lot of play in this piece of plastic. And grab this guy, put that right back on there just like that. We're almost done. No, I probably lost the damn. No, oh no, wait. Mine's broken, that's right. 5mm. Let's get one started so you can let it go. Make sure the washers go on there. These little plastic washers. All right, so pretty much the tools we used, 5mm Allen wrench, or 5mm Allen socket, 6mm Allen socket underneath. You need the 8mm Allen socket for these bolts here if you have some installed already, if you have passenger pegs. Then you need a 15mm for the bolts he includes. You need a torque wrench. You can use a screwdriver to get that little thing off. It's easier that way. Some thread locker. Probably a 15mm open end wrench so you can get that one on over there. Look at that. All right, that wraps it up. We got the rears on, we got the fronts on yesterday. You can check out that video, it should be live. Hit that subscribe button, and yeah, get out there, stay behind those bars.